Australia is home to the world's oldest continuing living cultures. Made up of over 250 diverse countries, each with unique language groups, cultural traditions and artistry, our peoples have been creating for over 60,000 years, since time immemorial. Today, Australia's First Nations designers are transforming contemporary fashion, embedding these ancient stories and cultural practices, enriching the experience of design. They're redefining how fashion can be created and shared, proving that fashion can be simultaneously culturally significant, deeply connected to country, and commercially successful. Enter Indigenous Fashion Projects, aka IFP. IFP is grounded in First Nations communities across Australia, being established and facilitated by the Darwin Aboriginal Art Fair Foundation, affectionately known as the DAF Foundation. Proudly based on Larrakia country in Australia's Northern Territory, the DAF Foundation represents over 90 Indigenous community-owned art and culture centres, featuring incredible art from over 1,800 First Nations artists and designers. The Foundation's keystone event is the world-renowned Darwin Aboriginal Art Fair. This celebrated fair generates more than $4 million each year for Indigenous art centres across the country, welcoming thousands of visitors from all over Australia and the world. Alongside the fair each year, IFP hosts the National Indigenous Fashion Awards, aka NIFA, and the Country to Couture runway, marking the largest annual showcase of Indigenous fashion in Australia. These groundbreaking events embody a cultural revolution, a vital bridge connecting remote and regional Indigenous Australian communities with the global fashion stage. Now celebrating a decade of continuous growth and innovation, Country to Couture has platformed over 120 fashion collections, with more than 1,000 unique looks worn by 250 First Nations models down the runway. The runway has sparked major industry collaborations, nurtured emerging Indigenous fashion businesses, launched countless careers and created new pathways into the industry, dramatically accelerating the growth of Australia's Indigenous fashion sector. The NIFA then celebrates and recognises the strength and innovation of First Nations peoples working in fashion, a platform to further empower First Nations agency, amplifying diverse voices and stories across the industry. Over the years, we've built a First Nations-led fashion ecosystem, bringing together artists, independent designers, community-owned Indigenous art and culture centres, fashion brands and numerous creative industries. Our programs are aimed at creating long-term positive impact that prioritise the integrity of cultural practice and knowledge systems. We celebrate the self-determination and elevation of Indigenous voices, empowering First Nations people to successfully pursue their fashion career aspirations. Indigenous Fashion Projects is changing the landscape of Australian fashion. Our commitment to cultural integrity, artistic innovation and community empowerment is building a legacy that will inspire generations to come.